Hey folks, it's your friendly neighborhood Sage here. Just watched through the last parts of Stone Ocean, and I just kind of, this video is just kind of going to be me giving my thoughts on the part as a whole. Like, I don't know how long this video is going to be. Like, there's not exactly a script. Like, this is kind of just going to be me free flowing thoughts and stuff like that, just kind of going on different rambling tangents, I guess. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and get this warning out now. Like, I should probably have a spoiler warning thing somewhere in here, like that plus the title of the video. But if you have not seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Stone Ocean and you want to, then this video ain't for you. Just go ahead and skip. Just go ahead and skip. I'll catch you later. Just highly recommended. It is phenomenal. That's my thoughts. Just go on. Alright. I didn't think it could be done. I didn't think part 3 could be topped in my mind. I didn't think it could. Because part 4 and part 5, while being good, didn't hit the same way parts 1 through 3 did. But part 6 did it. Stone Ocean did it. They hit me in that spot, and not just hit me in that spot, it secured its place as my favorite part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If I could recommend a part to anybody to watch, this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I'd probably recommend Stone Ocean. Now, is this recency bias? Maybe, because I did just get through watching it 20 minutes ago. So maybe, but I'm it's just what I'm feeling, cuz I'm just go ahead and go on about it. Stone Ocean, to me, it captured what I love most about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It is a generational story. That's why part 4 and part 5 didn't hit as hard for me personally, because while they tentatively were part of the JoJo mythos, and they had their place in the pantheon of Joestars slash Giovannas slash Cujos, they had their place, but it felt like they were disconnected from everything that came before and everything that came after. They felt like they were on their own little islands. But Stone Ocean, it is the continuation of that initial story. That's why I loved part 3 so much, because to me it felt like the climax. At that point it felt like the climax of of Jonathan versus Dio's battle. Dio's war against the Joestar bloodline. It felt like the ultimate climax to that. This is his last stand. This is their last stand against them. And Stone Ocean captures that phenomenally well, with Pucci being the man to carry on Dio's will and to be the one to go to carry out that plan of achieving heaven, and Jolene being caught in the middle of this because she is Jotaro's daughter. Being caught in the middle of this and having to step in and get involved. All of this basically kicking off, her being the bait to draw out Jotaro so they can take him out. That is such an interesting setup and carries forward throughout the entire saga. I'll talk about it right here. Jolene is top tier. She is one of my favorite she is one of my favorite JoJos. I cannot say for specific where she ranks among them, because she's currently battling it out with young Joseph for the second best spot, and behind Jotaro and Jonathan. They're currently battling it out. The reason why she's up so high is because she captures that same aspect that her dad kind of did. This unshakable badass. not just like she's not a copy paste Jotaro. Like she's not. Like she is very different. Jotaro was an unshakable badass because nothing got to him. Like visually, nothing got under his skin until Dio. Like nothing got to him. Like he was unshakable. Like he was not like he kept a straight face. He kept the poker face throughout the entire arc until Dio. Like I'm not bothered. I'm not going to freak out. I am going to keep going and kick the living shit out of you. I'm not bothered by what you do. Cuz I've got the win condition here. And with Jolene, it is similar, but she's unshakable in regards to her resolve. Like no matter what you do to me, like no matter what the hell you put me through, I'm not going to give up. I don't care what you do. You are not going to make me quit. I will fucking do whatever I have to do. Whatever conditions I gotta sleep in. Whatever shitty food that I gotta eat. I will do it to keep myself alive so that I can kick Pucci's ass and get my dad's disc back and save his life. I do not care what the hell you put me through. Like that that is hard. That is fucking cool. That is cool as shit. That is a phenomenal character to follow throughout the show. And she has enough, spunk and charisma to, she has more personality than Jotaro did in part 3. That was the one complaint, I can really have about Jotaro. He felt really stale because he didn't have a whole lot of, moments of levity with him. But with Jolene, she at least has that. Alright, talked about Jolene. Pucci. I'll probably save him for a villain vibes of his own, but in general, my general thoughts of him, c'est magnifique. He is a phenomenal he is a phenomenal villain. I am the one carrying on Dio's will. This idea of heaven can be achieved, and I am going to achieve it because fate wills it so. Fate brought me and Dio together. Fate is why I'm still here. I am still here because it is written in the stars that this is going to happen. Heaven is going to be achieved, and we will make a better world. That is that is a great drive for a villain. Fate wills it so. This is what needs to be done, and this is what's going to be done. I will do whatever I have to do, use whoever I have to use to get this done. Not just for Dio, but because he genuinely, in his heart, believes that this is what needs to happen. That the world needs to be reset in order for things to be better. People need, the people who are still alive, they can at least know what is going to happen. All the misfortunes, all the mistakes that they wish they could have went back and changed, they can at least know and try and be better. He has the phenomenal drive as a villain, but he is still dislikable enough. He is still condescending enough to where it's still no, but you still gotta go down. I don't agree with your methods. I do not agree with your methods. What you're doing, yeah, you are creating a cosmic reset, but these aren't the same people. The vast majority of these people are not going to be the same people. You're resetting everything from start. You're not, who the hell are you to decide when the universe should restart? That is interesting. Okay, what else we got? Oh yeah, the moment that fully secured this part in my this part for me, the episode that secured it, it was Weather Report's backstory. One of the other reasons that I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is because of the sort of time periods that they cover, the time the generational stories within the time periods that they cover. That is genuinely interesting to me. Part 1, they still have these valor ideas of heroism, this pre-World War I ideals of heroics that don't get shattered by reality yet. part two, carrying that, like, even in the era of the Depression, it still feels like a sort of 20s era romp through, like, the world. Like, this still kind of like Joseph still kind of carries that vibe, but it is surrounded by a world that is, like, just like couple years, if not months away from descending into chaos. And in Stone Ocean, like, I skipped a whole bunch of parts. Like, Stone Ocean, like, with Weather Report's backstory, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting the backstory that they gave him. Like, the dude fell in love with a girl, and because of the one drop rule, he had to suffer for it. And because of the one drop rule, because he was born to, I don't remember if it was a black mom or a black dad, but because he was born to a black person, that that's not allowed. That's not allowed, and we're going to lynch you for it. Like, that hit me in, like, that just hit me like a sack of bricks. Like, because I was not expecting to see something like that. Because even in part two, when you saw the German, like, I'm not gonna say the word because I feel like I'd probably get censored for saying it. But you know what I'm talking about. They're like Germany in the 1930s and going into the 40s. You know who I'm talking about. Like, them. Like, even then, like, it was not like that kind of stuff was not portrayed. Like, I was not expecting to see lynching and stuff like that in JoJo's. Now, like, I think that is a massive like, I think as a narrative and as, like, a show of the time period, it works. Like, it works. Granted, I'm trying to remember specifically what timeline, like, Pucci and Weather Report were born into. I'm trying to remember specifically, but based on the visuals, it fits, and as a narrative, it fits, and it got the designed reaction out of me. Like, Jesus Christ, because, like, I just had to take it in for a second, that story and Weather Report, and, like, up until that point being like, okay, he's cool, but, like, I'm kind of waiting for that second gear to really, like, look at his character and see what type of person he truly is. And they showed it. Like, he is a man who did nothing wrong. All he did was love somebody, and he got put through absolute hell because of who he loved and because of who loved him. Like, now he's just pissed. Like, he is just pissed and does not care anymore. Like, he just does not care about the people around him. He does not care about anything else than just getting payback, which is a perfectly fair response given what he went through. Like, he has every single right to be pissed and get his revenge. Okay. What else is there? Like, the side cast of characters is phenomenal. Like, Foo Fighters, they are the best. Like, they are the best. Like, their initial sacrifice at the start, like, kicking off this climax. Like, I will say this as well. Like, no, what? I'm gonna save that for a second. I'm gonna save that. Like Fu being the contributor to the climax, like, that is amazing. Like that is a really good character moment for them. Like, for that moment, Hermes being like honestly a very solid Joe bro, like a very top tier Joe bro. Like, she is a ride or die. Like, she is a ride or die. She is with Jolene until the end. Like, she is with her to the end of the line. That is awesome. Whether I've already talked about him. Emporio, I will get to him in the last episode. I will get to him. Well, I guess I can talk about the last bit now. Like, the last episode now. Like, I've already said it before. Like, the reason I loved part three as much as I did, because it felt like the climax to the Phantom Mask, like the Stone Mask trilogy. Like it felt like that ultimate climax. And the reason I love Stone Ocean is because it is a climax to not just the Joestars versus Brando bloodline. Like not just that, but it's also the climax to this entire phase. Like this entire phase of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like this is the Avengers Endgame of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like this is the climax of everything. We are literally hitting the reset button. And if there's one thing Iraqi knows how to do, it is write an amazing climax where all of our characters have to pull out every single thing that they've learned to try to inch out a win against the villain that is absolutely unstoppable. And the absolute best part about all of this, like they failed, they failed they weren't able to do it. Made in Heaven, like Pucci still reached heaven. He was still able to obtain heaven, and Made in Heaven still hit that cosmic reset button, starting everything from square zero again. It like that is just soul crushing, but that is narratively perfect because Imperio survived. Like you still have a chance to get some form of like Pucci still gets he still gets poetic justice for everything that he's done with Imperio using Weather Report to take him out. Like, granted, but the villain still won. Like his goal was still achieved. He was able to obtain heaven, and he started everything from square zero twice. And now we're in a different universe. Like that that is just that is just amazing. That is just amazing. And that end credit scene of just Emporio just accepting this is a new beginning. We got I wasn't able to we weren't able to do it, but I'm still here because everybody did their absolute best. And we at least stopped Poochie's dead. We're at least able to we can at least have that. And I'm still here because Jolene believed in me, because she gave me that hope to try and make things right. I did the best that I could. It captures that Imperio, once again another character that I did not think anything of really until that point. Until that final episode. Where they just did what they did with Hayato, but better. Just this kid who is just having to piece everything together, trying to get his emotions together and just keep going because he's got to get this done. This has to be done. Too many people are counting on him. He's got to get this done. And just, you see that on his face that he's just terrified. He is just terrified because he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know if he can do it. It's just a phenomenally done ending, and just the look back. Roundabout brought a tear to my fucking eye. Roundabout, just roundabout, and showing everywhere we've been. Up in this first half of in this first universe of JoJo's, here is a look back on everything that we've been through up until this point. This is a new begin. Let's look back. This is a new beginning. I guess that's all I gotta say. Just JoJo's will remain my favorite anime of all time because of moments like that. It came super close. This year has definitely pushed it with Gurren Lagann and Yu Yu Hakusho. But JoJo's just proved once again why it is and probably will always be my favorite. Because they know, I can't even describe it. like I've just said, like the generational story, the feeling, like the emotion, like able to blend together tragedy and triumph in one like bundle, and that's just phenomenal. I guess that's all I gotta. I guess that's all I really gotta say right now. I'll probably say more in videos later on. Oh wait, there is one more thing I gotta say. There's one more thing I gotta say. Fuck a non-sweet. Just fuck a non-sweet. He knows what he did. Fuck him.